All right, guys, we're doing some projects today. I brought these logs up. A buddy of mine had 8 or 9 of these beautiful oak rounds. They're all probably 15 to 16 inches round, give or take, and 8 to 10 feet long. And although towing them 200 miles up here probably wasn't, you know, the most efficient way to gather lumber, but stick with me. I'm gonna go get the tractor. Hopefully the tractor starts. Timber's gonna take Jenny for a walk, and don't attack any bears. Just let the bears go if you see any, okay? Whew. I'm excited to have those logs. To be honest with you, we've done the whole cabin in poplar, and mainly why we did the poplar was because we had all these huge, 20 to 25 inch round poplar trees that were at the end of their life cycle anyway. So we used those, and we're kind of running out of those poplars. The big monster ones that were dying are pretty much gone, and I'm allowing the nice trees to grow in now. So I'm glad to have those big oaks. That's 3 or 4 big trees that I don't have to cut down. So here's some mushrooms, guys. Look at these. These are pretty. Yep. There's pores, or these gills. From what I understand, most of the ones with gills are definitely not edible. This is orange, like chicken of the woods, but it's not chicken of the woods. It's pretty though. That is something I would really like to do a little more of, is learn the wild edibles. If you guys know any other channels that do know their stuff with wild edibles, share them with me. Let me know. Anyway, let's get these logs going. I always want to learn that stuff, but my retention of that kind of material is not that great. So it take physically seeing it and learning it and whatever to get it in my head or keep it in my head. So, all right, let's go. Another thing on the list, this thing has never started correctly. It just clicks when you turn the key. So the other guy that I bought it from thought it needed a starter. Maybe it does, but I think it might just be the starter solenoid. But the starter solenoid is the only thing that looks kind of new on this thing. So maybe they put the wrong one. Maybe it's just a thing, but so we've been using the old screwdriver. Sometimes it catches on its own, but lately I've been jump starting it with the screwdriver and then turning the key. So it kind of like jump starts it. Well, let's give it a shot. Not the safest or most effective way to do this. It just needs a little tiny jump start, so I don't know if it's just the solenoid that's bad. I put a brand new nice heavy duty battery in this. This thing runs like a top. I just need it to turn over. So all right, so far so good. All right, guys, we got those oak logs off that trailer. No big deal.
Minus a smashed foot.
Yeah, is your foot still okay?
Yeah, I haven't checked it, but I'll survive.
Jenny didn't realize that you shouldn't put your toes underneath 500 to 1,000 pound logs.
Oh my God.
So, anyway, we're going to go up. All right, let's go. Hey, guys. I'm here today working on the solar shed again. I don't know if I did something wrong or if this inverter just blew, but I have a new inverter. I have a 24 volt high quality inverter now, and I'm terrified to hook it up and hurt it. I'm gonna take this old inverter out and get going and get something done. This thing still powers up. It's just not putting out any juice. I don't understand it. There's no external fuses. There's no nothing. So I'm taking this off. I'm done. Alright guys, I don't know if you're still recording or not. That's how I think we're going to get it done. Like I said, I originally had 7 batteries, but we might buy an 8th. But in order to run things in series parallel, or in series instead of parallel, we have to have equal amounts of batteries. I believe that's going to make it the shortest run. From here to the fuse and from here to the inverter. And the negative will come straight up to a bus bar here, and we'll ground this to it, and we'll ground the inverter directly to that. So that'll optimize the use of wire there. So I'm gonna make a bunch of these jumpers with the 2 watt, and then we'll be good to go. I got all the wires upgraded to the 2 watt wire. I put the battery bank in series parallel. We have 6 batteries. Each pair is wired in series, and then we have them all connected together, all 3 banks, so it's series parallel. We have the same fuse. I put a 150 in rather than a 250 because with the 24 volt conversion, hopefully the most we'll ever draw is 125 amps. That's if we max things out, which we won't. Everything else I put in a bus bar. Got the new inverter installed. I need to put a grounding bar, and I don't have anything grounded at all. I'm not an expert, guys. I'm like I said, again, just trying to not blow up my new stuff. So alright guys, don't know what else I could do other than I grounded to a grounding pole. I didn't ground the negative to it. I don't know if you're supposed to. I can't find that information. I don't like the idea of doing that, so I'm going to leave it for now. So a moment of truth, I guess, for the third time. I upgraded the wires on everything, turned it to 24 volt. I put a bus bar in here, new inverter. Everything's tight. Let's hook it up. Moment of truth. Alright, let's turn this back on. Battery's all rewired. 26.1 volts instead of 12 volts before. But I don't have the solar panels hooked up yet. So device info, 24 volt, 40 amp. Input PSW PS password was 0000 from the factory. Password error, of course. Alright guys, found the manuals. Got this all set up. I just changed the amp hours, that's all I did. I don't know if it's supposed to be 100% amp hours or like lead acid battery or sealed lead acid batteries or any flooded lead acid says 100 amp hours, but they say it's only 50%. So I don't know if you're supposed to use the 50% number or the full number. And I think when you run these in series parallel, you don't double the amperage. We still have 100, so I put it at 300 amp hours. I'll research that, but I haven't plugged in the chart into the solar panels yet. So let's test our inverter. There we go. 25.7. Output wattage 0. But we got these two plugs here. We do have this, which is why I went with the 3000 watt, so I could plug that 30 amp into this. So we could run the whole cabin. Not worry about popping anything, but I'm gonna read into this a little bit more before I hook that up. So let's hook the cabin up, I guess. Alright, nothing's blown up yet. Right now I just have it plugged in, adapted down to this. I want to hook up this 30 amp plug, but last time I did that, the inverter blew up. So I didn't do anything weird. Didn't do anything weird at the time, but can you plug in something? Can you plug in the fridge? 260 watts. Whew. 260 watts that little fridge is pulling. It must be because it's old and shitty. That thing drew 260 watts, it said. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to only draw 150 or 110-ish. It says 110 watts, so I mean, it just turned on, but 260 watts is a lot of wattage. Maybe it's because it's an old fridge. All right, everything's on as of right now, so that's good. I'm gonna plug in the solar, I guess. PV lights on. There you go. All right, guys. If you made it this far in the video, you watched us unload those oak logs, and then we transitioned up to the cabin here, and I showed you the solar upgrades. Well, it's about a week and a half, 2 weeks later, and I wanted to give you a real-life update on the solar. About a week ago, 5-6 days ago, we had 27.8 volts in the batteries, fully charged. It's now 5 or 6 days later. The weather has been like this, where it's raining. I'm hiding underneath the eaves of the roof. Jenny's been working, making coffee. We've been charging all electronics, using lights. and we've hardly had any sun, like hardly any sun. Maybe an hour a day off and on, like it would hit the panels, and then it would cloud up in the afternoon, and it just terrible solar weather for 4 or 5 days at least. I just want to give you an update on how everything's working. If I can sneak in over here where the rain isn't. The solar is at 24.2 volts. The batteries, the little smiley face is like concerned because, you know, it's lower than he'd like it to be. I still need to read the manual to see why this little load light thing is on. And we haven't had enough voltage coming in from the panels. I don't think it shows power going to it. So I don't know if it's just trickle charging, but the PV light is not blinking. It shows it blinking because the camera plays, but those are solid green right now. You guys are seeing them blink. That's not accurate. That's the camera playing tricks on you. I turned the inverter off, the 3,000 watt Gandale pure sine wave inverter has been treating us awesome for a week. The 24 volt bank system, everything's been good. Nothing's tripped, no fuses have popped. I have this turned off just because we are getting such minimal solar right now. I figured anything extra on it, I might as well just turn it off when we're not using it. We don't need it right now. I just want to give you a real life update. Everything's working great. It's been working great for a week. Like I said, Jenny's been using the real coffee maker that's been drawing 760 watts, and she leaves that on for 3 hours in the morning while she's working. We're charging up all our electronics. We're doing everything but running a fridge. So I think we could run a fridge on this system if we upgraded a few more panels, maybe 2 or 3 more batteries, and a little more sun. So I'm very happy, very impressed with the system. Other than, you know, the little guy's not smiling anymore because the battery's so low. But that's not because the system isn't working right. It's because I have no sunshine. Let me close that up, keep that dry. Hide under the thing here. Yeah. So maybe if we just put a couple more panels on there, because we only have 5 100 watt panels running that right now, so we could, in theory, double that. And then even on these cloudy days, maybe we would get some more charging. I'm impressed. Everything, I mean, to be able to operate, I know we don't have a huge draw on the system, but running a coffee maker every morning is really all we were trying to accomplish, and lights and charging our electronics. So if I can do that stuff for 4 or 5 days with no sun and basically no charging, that's impressive to me, and that's makes me happy. So sorry to do this in the rain, but I just wanted to show you how everything was working. The system is working good. Just we don't have any solar to charge it, so no sunshine. We have no sunshine to charge it, so, and I have everything turned off, so you guys aren't gonna be able to see me. Hold on.
No sunshine, like this.
Yeah. I just turned the inverter off, like I said earlier today, because that little smiley face isn't so smiley. And yeah, that's the solar update. Thank you for sticking with us if you're with us this long. We were working on a new project for you, an outhouse. So look for that. Look for that project, that video coming to you soon. But we're fighting the rain right now. We're in and out. So the colors are beautiful. We got a couple videos of that coming for you too. So thanks for sticking with us this far in the video. Best wishes, and have a great day, guys. Thanks.